Morning. My name is James O'Neill. Doing this video from Cornwall. I'm dressed like this because I've been sleeping outside. I'm homeless. I was living in my car for 8 months. But I had to give back the car to the finance company. And it's the same as giving up your house. You haven't given up the debt. You know, so I've still got that to pay one day maybe, if I ever get back on my feet. But I'm not bothered because I've got a job to do. I've been given a job by God, and that job is like to warn people of the next financial crash to come. I'm also to talk about the stupidity of the religions, because I think a Muslim cleric recently said we're living in hell. This isn't earth, this is hell. That justifies suicide bombing and all the killings and everything. But this could be a paradise, but for the religions. The Bible, the Quran, the Torah, they're all books. They're just books written by people. And they're written by people at the time to hold power over the masses. Because it's not just money that gives people power. It's the word of the Quran, the word of the Torah, the word of the Bible. An accountant's Bible is like his book of facts and figures, you know, spreadsheet. That's his Bible. That gives him power. You can have a general, you can have 1,000 tanks lined up. But if an accountant has a 1 followed by 20 zeros that represent the amount of money that he has power. And it's just 1 and all them zeros, but it's power. And the religions are misusing the power, but they've always done that. Since day one, since the day it was created, the religions were created. The Vatican is just an extension of the Holy Roman Empire. The Caesars held power for several hundred years, but then they saw that the power was slipping and it was actually going to eventually disappear, because they just couldn't hold down the people anymore. You know, the empire was only so big. They couldn't control the world. They realised the world was too big to control. So then they moved into religion. The Jews have always known about religion and power. And the latest ones were the Muslims. They came late on. But then you had the American Evangelicals. And boy, when they discovered power, did they misuse it. And one of the ways of misusing it is like mixing oil and water, religion and politics. And we're now in a phase in this world where the religions have been politicised. So they don't just have that religious dogma behind them, they've got the political dogma. And there's going to be a lot of killing in the next 5-10 years. I wrote a book in 2005 warning that the financial crash was coming, because God told me. And I had to write this book to warn people. And but nobody believed me because I'm ill-educated. I'm off a low-income housing estate. In fact, I look back and I'm amazed at how badly educated I am. Nobody taught me the value of education. And in these days, more and more kids are being badly educated. But this suits the religions. Because if you're badly educated, you do not ask questions. And the religions just love people who do not ask questions. It's like you get a young lad, 12, 13, 14, 15, say to him, put on this suicide belt, you will go to paradise and there will be 72 virgins waiting for you. If this young lad was educated, he'd say, well, why are 72 virgins waiting for me? And the man would go, they're waiting to reward you. What do you mean reward me? Well, we're going to look after you for eternity. Eternity's a long time. Won't they get fed up? Won't I get fed up? No, these virgins are going to pamper you. Will they stay virgins? Are they meant to stay virgins? Or do I take the virginity of these 72 virgins? Listen, stop asking questions, just put that suicide belt on and get out there and blow yourself up, you dumb fuck. Questions, education. Religions don't like education. And in America now, the evangelical zealots are fighting for control of education because they want put in their school books that evolution never happened. They want it put in their school books that this earth was created 7,000 years ago. Adam and Eve were the first people. And in the Bible it says, and then there was light. God created the universe and then there was light. And then there was light is supposed to mean the stars appeared. That is a star. That sun there is a star. All the stars that you see at night are suns. They are throwing off light. And according to the crazy evangelical Americans, this is what they want put in their school books. But the crazy Muslims believe this as well. Now you can see that sun rising. You can see it. But the light that you can see left that sun maybe 6 minutes ago. Light travels at a set speed. I think it's 186,000 miles per second. That light is not instantaneous. The light from the stars is not instantaneous. It's 186,000 miles per second. It's constant. And one of the ways they've tested this is when men landed on the moon, they set up a mirror, a reflector. And from Earth, they fired a laser. And then they timed how long it would take for that light to reflect back to Earth. And it's constant. It's what they always knew it was, 186,000 miles per second. Now this is where the religions are fucking stupid. Because they are sticking to their dogma that the sun, these suns were all created 7,000 years ago. Because it's in their Bible, it's in their Quran, it's in the Torah, the Old Testament. And they can't go back on it. They cannot go back on it because the imams have said, we speak for Allah. We speak on behalf of Allah, and we are telling you this earth is so many thousand years old. And the American evangelicals are the same. They're not even backing down. They're getting worse. They're going for it. They're trying to take over the education system of America. And if a teacher doesn't teach what they say, that teacher's out. Could be a fantastic teacher, but if they do not tell the children that this earth is just over 7,000 years old, Adam and Eve were the first, and that's it. They're out. And you're going to get these zealots teaching, just as the same as the Muslim religion. Zealots. No room for manoeuvre, no room for questions. Ideal teachers for suicide bombers. Ideal teachers for young boys to go straight into the army to go to fight the Muslims across the world. as Satan said when he was cast out of heaven. He will make fair seeming. Satan said to God when he was cast out of heaven that he will make it so that everyone on earth is doing evil acts, but they'll see it as though they're doing fair-minded things. He'll make it so that it's reasonable to blow yourself up, kill children and women. That's a beautiful sky, that's a beautiful sun. Nature is beautiful, that's the way God intended it. It's how we look at it. But the Muslims went one step further. There's one part of nature, beauty that God created that they are determined to hide, and that is the beauty of women. No images of Allah, of Muhammad, paintings are banned. Idolatry. You will not worship an idol. Therefore, no paintings. Yet how many Muslims take photographs, family photographs? Imagine a Muslim wedding. All the men are there. Got all the best gear on. All the children. Little girls in the pretty dresses. Boys in this grown-up suits. Not yet adults. And they're in the family photographs. All the women in burqas. Because that's the way it's going. The Muslim religion has to totally go over to women wearing burqas. Because your passive Muslims, your lazy Muslims, are not doing anything to stop the rot within their religion. As in America, ordinary Christians are not doing anything to fight the evangelical zealots. Imagine in 20 years' time, if there is a 20 years' time, and you're looking back at your photographs and you go, oh, there's Auntie so-and-so at the wedding. No, that's not Auntie. Auntie was stood right to the left. Well, how can you tell? They're all wearing burqas. The beauty's hidden. One of the things that makes me laugh is, if you put 50 women in the burqas and you tell a young Muslim boy, your mother is in there, which one is she? He won't know. He won't know which one's his mum. Stands 20 yards away. He will not be able to recognise his own mother. What type of fucked up religion is that? Where you cannot tell your mother. God did not create women to be hidden away. Mothers to be hidden away. Light reveals all. The light of the sun shows us the beauty of the sea, the sky. The light of truth, the light of reasonable thought brought on by good education also shows us the truth. Science is slowly moving towards a position that there is a universal creator. Because it doesn't add up that this earth just appeared, or a set of circumstances, that's what it's called, a set of circumstances came about one after the other, millions upon millions upon millions of coincidences that led to this, the beauty of this planet the way it is. There had to be an intelligent creator, and there is an intelligent creator. The universal creator, who we call God, Allah, whatever, Jehovah, these sacred names. Well, there's no such thing. The universal creator isn't sacred. The universal creator is whatever it is, whoever he is. It takes a personal interest. That light takes 6 minutes to get to here, maybe. You've got to divide the millions of miles by 186,000 miles per second. So how many minutes? You have to times it by 60. 60 times 186,000 miles, to get a minute's worth of light where it is. The other day, I was sat in the park and I watched a woman, and she was bent over and she was like, it's only a young woman, but her back, she was walking, she had 2 children, she was trying to play with them, and you could see she was in agony. You could see it. So she walked past me, or near to me. I said, excuse me, I said, have you got a bad back? And she said, yeah. She said, yesterday, she says. I said, well, just to let you know, I said, I do hands-on healing. I said, I'm a healer. I said, if you want, I'll do you now if you want. So I sat on my bench, so she said, yes, okay. And I thought that was brilliant, the way she just said okay. Because she didn't have a closed mind. Somewhere along her education path, she's learnt she doesn't know everything. So she's accepting of things, what people say. She'll investigate herself. So she came to investigate. She hobbled over to me to investigate my statement that I'm a healer. She stood in front of me and I put my hands on her hips for a few minutes. Then I put my hands on her spine for a few minutes. Maybe 5 minutes all told. And when I'd finished, I said, how is it? She said, it's gone, she said. She said, thank you very much. Now that healing energy, she said to me, where did that come from? I said, it was God. I said, it's not me. I said, I asked God for healing for you. I said, and that healing was there, instantaneous. Not 186,000 miles per second. It didn't come from the centre of the universe. I didn't have to sit and wait for it to get here from the centre of the universe, wherever that centre is. It was there instantaneous, because God is all around us. God is here. God is where you are now. And this is one of the things that the religions don't explain, because they can't explain it, they daren't explain it. God is in all moments of time at the same moment. God is here now with me at this moment. Anybody watching this in a week, 10 weeks, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years time, God is with you then, at that moment. But God is in the same 2 moments, now and whenever in the future, at the same moment. God is bigger than the religions can tell us. Much bigger. And this is where evolution comes in. God set in motion all this hundreds of millions of years ago. And when God was setting it in motion, God was also here at this moment. God is in all moments of time at the same moment. God is also now, at this moment, at the end of the life of that sun, that star. When I wrote my book to warn people of the financial crash and to warn people of the religious stupidity of the religions, I also said that at the time of writing, scientists had just witnessed a star exploding 18 billion years ago. It's took the light 18 billion years to get to where the telescopes in Hawaii saw it. They saw the flash. Because this light is just passing by, and as the telescopes were there, they caught the light of this star. They witnessed the star exploding 18 billion, not million, billion years ago. God was there at the time that star exploded. God was there at the time that star was created, where it ignited. Because it's not just a ball of light that's there forever. It's created by gases compacting and then the spark, poof, it ignites. We have the sun, we have power. Same with this sun. Gases, compacted, spark, ignited. God knows where every piece of dust is in this universe, and there is a purpose for every piece of dust in this universe. There is a purpose for every person on this planet, every baby born. And the religions now believe fervently, and they preach, that they are allowed to kill babies, human beings, for their religion. Well, here's a message to you American evangelicals and you crazy Muslims. You're all fucking mad.